Did you have like a welcome to the SEC moment? Because like you said, you jumped on a national championship roster. And the great thing about those teams, I mean, you think of the teams now, I could name off like Vanderbilt, Georgia, Florida, Oregon State, whatever. But the great thing about those best teams is, I mean, you can attest to this, the best competition you're going to face is in practice and in scrimmages and
Yeah.
intersquads. I mean, you're not going to see anybody better than Michael Roth on the weekends when you're facing him in an intersquad. We all know that jump again from high school just to college baseball, but definitely SEC baseball. There is an adjustment. Was there an adjustment period for you, or was there like that welcome to the SEC moment where you're like, holy shit, this is a whole different level than I'm used to?
So I had I had ACL surgery like in August, so I didn't have much of a fall. I DH'd in the last 2 games of the Garnet and Black series, and that's about the only at bats that I had. And I didn't even get to run the bases. I would take my bat and then walk out the batter's box like it was a batting practice. But yeah, that was my moment for sure in the fall. I wasn't very used to seeing like 2-0 change ups and curveballs and 3-1. Like, just, you think you're ahead in the count. You got an aggressive. You can be aggressive right here at 3-1. You know you're going to get something either hard or you're just sitting on something. And I was just confused. Like, Tyler Webb made me look like an idiot one time. John Taylor, I had never faced anybody that from a submarine, but I had faced submarine, but it was like low 80s, high 70s submarines. Nothing that was mid to upper 80s, like John Taylor with just crazy, just bite and just downward tilt on the ball. Like, it was just, I was like, oh, this is big boy baseball. And then, like, my first SEC moment was Jackie got hurt at Mississippi State on Saturday night. He, like, broke his wrist or did some ligament damage to his wrist. And I came into play. That was probably the 7th inning. And Mississippi State was really good. They're still really good. But it was, like, they had all those – their crowd was sitting on, like, campers in the outfield. And I played, like, mop-up games against, like, Upstate and, like, got a couple of bats against Charleston Southern or something like that. Like, never played in, like, a conference game. Maybe pinch ran once. And I was in the outfield, and I just got lit up with – they were on me for the rest of that game and all day Sunday. And, like, they knew, like, my mom's name, my dad, like, my sister. Like, they just knew all that stuff. And I was like, oh, this is not high school anymore. This is nuts. And it's like the whole section, like, it's 1,000 people out there and they're just on you. And thank God, like, that Sunday, my first start, I went 3 for 4 with like 2 doubles and a single. And thank God I had a good game, because I can't imagine if I would have went like 0 for 4, because they would have just, I can't even repeat half the stuff they said to me, because it's like it broke my, that Saturday night, it like broke my spirit, because I think I had struck out and I got hit by a pitch, so I was already pissed from striking out, and then I got these idiots behind me, and it really broke my spirit. I remember looking at Jake Williams like, yo, I'm about to jump this fence, and like, because I'm from High Point, and like, I'm not saying High Point is the toughest city in the world, but like, you can't be a chump from High Point. Like, you learn things from being from here. So like, that was my first time ever just being like, just flat out just disrespected almost for no reason other than I don't play for your school. And it broke me the first time, for sure.